Oh, so you've taken an interest in the new moon in Pisces and you want to know what house you need to focus on? Perfect. All you need to know is find out what your rising sign is. And if you don't know what your rising sign is, that's perfectly fine. You need to pause the video and go figure that out right now. But if you already know what your Pisces, what the heck, what your rising sign is, then you can just jump into your rising sign so you don't have to listen to me blabber blab with all the other signs. And if you are new here, I am so truly grateful that you are. And I hope that you like my video and that you're very informative. And if you do like it, give me a follow, give me a like, and I'll be grateful. And yeah, let's get right to it. The new moon in Pisces is in your first house if you have Pisces rising. So for the next 4 weeks, you need to focus on your first house. And your first house is all about your image zone. It's all about you. The first house rules the way that you come across to others and the way that you present yourself, the way that others see you and your image. So you need to expect the chance to change the way that someone or the entire world sees you. I want you to wish for courage, new beginnings, a better self image, and self direction. And I want you to visualize yourself looking exactly how you've always wanted yourself to look like. Now, for you, this is the beginning of your 12-month cycle, as in your year is barely starting for you. Even though, yes, technically the year already started last month, for you, it is barely getting started. So, this new moon is one of the most exciting because it's all about the ever changing and wonderful you. It is time for self improvement and self development. Your personal appearance should be your top priority this month. Okay, so you need to focus on you because you are amazing. And if you give yourself the energy that you've wanted someone to give you, you feel amazing. So give yourself into the shape that you've been dreaming of. If you've been wanting to work out, you've been wanting to do that thing, now is the time. So I want you to take a closer look at the image that you are presenting. This may sound a little superficial, but take pride in the appearance and the awareness of the message that you are sending out because this is key. You can dress any way you want, but give it some thought into it this month. Don't just walk out putting on the same regular clothes that you always wear. No, put some thought into it. Actually, look at the clothes that you're wearing. Feel yourself in it. I want you to go through your wardrobe and go through your closet and check out the clothes that don't longer fit you or suit you. Get rid of it. And if you can't, go buy a new item that is going to describe the new you. Or maybe get a new haircut or a new hairdo, a new style of hair. This is the time for you to focus on you. And if that means that you need to change your social media profile, if you have a business, you might want to go change your website, change everything that describes you this month. And since you've been focusing on yourself, your popularity might be high this month. So accept any invitations that are going to be coming in your way. And yeah, reveal in the attention and feel good of yourself. Now is the time for you to start new projects and to focus on you because you are the spotlight this month. So take selfies every single day and see how your confidence just grows. And if you don't have confidence, you need to work on that. Self confidence is important. Okay, so I want you to recite the following sentence to yourself before you start your regular meditation. That is, if you meditate. And if you don't, start doing that. That's going to help you tremendously. And the sentence is, I allow myself to evolve and change. Repeat that again. I allow myself to evolve and change. Because we're all meant to change. We're all meant to evolve. We're not meant to stay the same. You will no longer be the you from last year or from 10 years ago, okay? It's time to change and evolve. Okay, so a ritual that I suggest you do is to get in front of a mirror and blow your reflection a loving kiss. And I want you to tell yourself, I love you. I love you. Because if you show yourself love, you'll know what love is when someone else is giving it to you. And if you are in a relationship and someone is not giving you the proper love, you will know because you yourself are giving yourself the love that you know you deserve and need. Okay? Now, I want you to try these things out. You can try one thing out or all of these things out on the next 4 weeks. And it's going to surprise you how you change. So I want you to surprise your friends, your family, your followers, whoever it is. I want you to surprise them with a new you. I want to see new you out there. I want you to go through your makeup and I want you to check for expiration date. I want you to remember when it was that you bought it, and if it's expired, I need you to get rid of it because yes, makeup expires. So get rid of it and start again with a new set of makeup. Now is the perfect time to get married, and if you're not in a relationship, now is the perfect time to meet someone. It is also a good time to move. So if you've been thinking about moving, yes, it's a yes. It's a yes for me. And like I said before, go and find something different, something vibrant. Possibly get a facial, and please, for the love of God, go get your eyes checked because you need to see how freaking gorgeous and handsome you are. Okay? Now, the three affirmations that I consider you do to repeat on the new moon and for the next coming 4 weeks is: today is the first day of the rest of my life. I take pride in my appearance and I am brave. Now, if you are into essential oils, then I suggest Angelica Seed for you. And this is going to help you with any doubts and increase self awareness and positivity. So, if you are into essential oils, that is something that you should consider. Of course, please always do a test like on your skin if you're going to add it to your skin, and if you're going to do it like on a humidifier type of thing, then that's completely fine. Now, a numerological energy number is 1. And if you look into it, you'll find out that number 1, it means that it's all about you. It's time to think about yourself a little bit more than usual. We usually do think about ourselves because, I mean, what else are we going to think about, right? But sometimes we have family, sometimes we have bills, sometimes we have chaos going on. So we're thinking about that more than ourselves. And right now it's time to focus on you, okay? What are your dreams? What are your aims? What are your goals? Get centered. Be aware that you are the start of the new 12-month new moon cycle. So forget about the past and focus on what you want for yourself and in the present, and what you wish to create for yourself in the future. Okay? So, a mantra that I suggest for you is RAM. You can say this out loud, you can say it silently, you can do it every single day. You can say it in the shower, you can say it before or after you meditate. You can literally say it anytime that feels right for you. I like to do it in the shower. I like to download a song and just keep repeating it to myself and just get in the zone. That helps me out. If you're into it, you're into it. If not, that's completely fine. Now, if you need some divine magic and miraculous manifestation, then I suggest that you look into Archangel Ariel because he is the angelic ambassador of divine magic and miraculous manifestation. And he reminds us that anything is possible if we approach life with the innocence of a child. So, by doing so, we can work wonders. If you want to connect with Archangel Ariel, you can do that for this month. Now, I want you to do your research, of course. And if you are more into working with a goddess, then Goddess Athena is going to be the one for you this month. She is the warrior goddess and protector. And if you need any help with starting new projects or having more courage, then she is the right one to be asking for help. Again, do your research and before you do any of this, and yeah, just be careful. So remember, for the next 4 weeks, you need to focus on you. Okay? Now we're off to the next one. The new moon in Pisces is in your second house if you have Aquarius rising. Now, the second house is about your properties, your possessions, and values and self worth. So, for the next 4 weeks, you need to focus on your second house, cash, property, values. It's also about your talents and your assets. You should expect money and possessions to be the main focus for you. And I want you to wish for financial abundance, an increase in self esteem, and that thing that you've really been wanting. What is it that you've really been wanting? I want you to visualize yourself in your ideal home, happy with your loved ones. Now, the idea that you should keep in mind is that is your life stable? And if it's not, what can you do to fix that? What can you do? What changes can you do to make your life more stable? This new moon for you can help you start over financially. It is a time for you to remember how fabulous and magnificent you are. It gives you a special chance for you to take a look at your assets. And assets aren't just things that you acquire, like properties and things like that. It can also mean like, what are you good at? What can you offer the world? And also, I want you to know that the more that you value yourself, the more others are going to follow you. It's also asking you to take a look at and work on your self-worth and your self-esteem. I want you to love yourself. I want you to take it all in. You are wonderful at something. And if you don't know what that is, I need you to figure that out. There's nothing wrong and everything right about doing this right now. Income and finances and budgets are going to be figured out if you pay attention and do the work. How can you find stability in these areas? So, of course, believe in yourself, have more faith in yourself, and make financial management a top priority this month. I want you to think about what you really value and about what you have to offer the world. Now, I want you to recite the following sentence, and you can do this every single day. And that is, I believe in myself and what I have to offer the world. I want you to repeat that. I believe in myself and what I have to offer the world. Now, a ritual that I suggest you do, this is more of a like a visual type of thing. I want you to write yourself a check for the amount of money that you would like to receive. Say that you are wanting a house. How much is that house? Write a check for the amount of money the house is worth, or for whatever it is that you want. Write that check amount so you can visualize receiving the income. Now, things that I consider you do if you haven't done this already is to start a savings account, pay your bills, your taxes, your dues, your debts, hire an accountant if it's too much. And I want you to showcase your talents because you are talented. Even if you don't feel like you are talented. And I suggest that you get a neck and a shoulder massage because you are going to need it with all of that pressure that you're putting yourself into. Maybe even buy a neck cream so you can massage yourself. And I want you to get a little spicy. Go to the countryside and make love to your partner. Have a little romantic time. Now, the 3 affirmations that I consider you do on this new moon in Pisces and for the next coming 4 weeks is, I am happy, healthy, wealthy, and wise. Repeat that again. I am happy, healthy, wealthy, and wise. Thank you, universe. All my needs are provided for, and I'm worth it because you are worth it. You are amazing. Now, if you are into essential oils, then that is perfect because if you need some calming of your fears around money, then I consider you use Lang Lang for relaxing those worries for money. Now, I want you to always test this if you are going to put it, like, say, on your wrist or something. And if you're not going to put it on your wrist, maybe a humidifier type of thing. Always do your research, of course. Don't just go crazy, okay? And never ingest it, because that's just crazy. Anyways, a numerological energy number that I recommend for you to look into is number 2. Number 2 reminds you to work on loving yourself. If you've been comparing yourself to other people, it is time to stop that, okay? We're all on different journeys. We're all on different paths. We're all on different timelines, okay? You cannot compare yourself to anyone, because not everyone is on the same page. Okay, so stop comparing yourself to other people. And also, I want you to get in touch with your feminine side. Even if you are a man, we all have male and female energies within us, okay? A mantra that I suggest you do is to try is Lam. The mantra Lam. I want you to chant it out loud silently every day, while you're in the shower, before or after you meditate, or literally any time that feels perfectly right for you. This is going to help boost the chakras for you this month. Now, if you need any assistance with your life quest, with relationships, with friendships, with finding the right job or inner peace, I suggest that you connect with Archangel Chamuel. Now, I need you to do the research on this, and if you want to, ask for help. Ask Archangel Chamuel for help, for assistance this month. If you are more interested in having abundance, good luck, good fortune, success, endless opportunities, plentiful overflowing of riches, then I suggest you work with the guiding goddess Abundancia, because as her name says, Abundancia, her name is abundance. So, yeah, she is the divine personification of abundance and prosperity in the religion of ancient Rome. And if you want to work with her, I suggest that you first, of course, do your research and ask her to help you out. Alright, so that is what you need to focus on if you have Aquarius Rising, which is your second house. And now we're off to the next one. The new moon in Pisces is in your third house if you have Capricorn Rising. So for the next 4 weeks, you need to focus on your third house. And your third house is all about communication. The third house is where you keep your communication skills. It's all about short trips, your siblings, your neighbors. So you need to communicate better. And it's also about listening and talking and how you communicate and spend time with your, say, your siblings. You should expect a very busy month, okay? Now, I want you to wish for the ability to express yourself clearly and to get your message across clearly. And visualize hugging someone, knowing that you've made your point with love, okay? The idea that you should keep in mind is, are you speaking your truth? And if not, why are you covering it up? I need you to explore the idea this month and be honest with yourself and others. Don't be cruel, be honest, and be kind. The message that I have for you is, it is time for you to brush up on your powers of communication. How well are you doing at getting your message across? If you want something that someone else is in a position to give you, do you feel confident about asking for it? And whether this is during a conversation, an email, a text, a phone call, whatever type of communication it is, you can do it, okay? It's important to express yourself and your desires clearly and not to expect others to know you well enough to second guess you. This new moon offers a chance to start again when it comes to writing and speaking. It can also signal the start of a very busy time with lots of quick, short trips. And more time to spend with your siblings, okay? Now, if you are into meditation, I consider you say, I read, listen, and learn, and I breathe deeply when I am stressed. I want you to repeat that again, please. I read, listen, and learn, and I breathe deeply when I am stressed. So when you get stressed, when you're about to make that phone call, when you're about to send that text, that email, I need you to breathe. Because you got this, okay? You are amazing. Now, a ritual that I consider you try is to chant the mantra hum. Hum. This is going to boost your throat chakra and help you communicate clearly and better. Now, the things that I consider you to try, if you haven't done this already, is to try doing public speaking courses. Do something that'll help you with your confidence, with your talking, with your communication. And also, if you have books that are stacked up, I need you to read them. I need you to start, okay? Don't just have them there piled up. They need you to read them. Now, if someone has considered that you read a book because you usually don't read, can you try at least to read the book? This is a perfect time for you to take short trips, enjoy yourself a little, hang out with your siblings, maybe start learning a foreign language. Maybe in the future you'll travel and you will use that knowledge for your advantage. Now, whenever you are in this situation, in your third house, that you have to focus on your third house, it's all about communication, right? And not only is it you talking, but it's about you listening. So whenever you're talking to someone and they are speaking, I don't want you thinking about, oh, did I leave the beans on the stove on? No, I want you to really listen to what they're saying. I want you to take their voice and tune into them. Listen to them deeply. If you are into affirmations, I consider you try these 3 affirmations, which are: I am expressing myself clearly, kindly, and fearlessly. I listen as much as I speak. My relationship with my siblings, my neighbors gets better and better. Now, if you are into essential oils, I would recommend bergamot because this is going to help you with your communication skills. So you can either put this like in your bath, in a burner, on your body. But be very careful if you put it in your body. Do your research. Do like a little test rub on your skin. Don't just slather your whole entire body with it. Don't go crazy. Like I said, the mantra for you would be hum, and I want you to chant it out loud. I want you, if you don't want to do that, you can do it silently. You can do it in the shower. You can do it before or after you meditate. You can do it anytime that feels right for you, but just try it out if you've never done this type of mantras. Now, if you want help with compassion and forgiveness that comes from the heart, I want you to consider and look into Archangel Zadkiel because he can help you with this. If you want to work with him, like I said, do your research and ask for help. Ask him for help. He can also help you regarding your siblings or your neighbors if that is what you need. Now, if you need help with like writing something or talking or presenting something, then I consider you working with guiding goddess Saraswati. She is a Hindu goddess of intelligence and divine feminine wisdom, and I think she would be perfect for you to work on in this month. Of course, always do your research before doing this, but I think she would be wonderful to work with and connect with. Now, that is the last of it for you. If you are a Capricorn rising, so we're off to the next one. The new moon in Pisces is in your 4th house if you have Sagittarius rising. So for the next 4 weeks, you need to focus on the 4th house. And the 4th house is a part of your chart that is about your home, your family, and all that entails your private life, your family zone. So it's all about your home, your family, where you come from, where home is, what family means to you. Expect issues related to home and family coming up this month. But don't worry, you can handle it, you can go through it. I want you to wish for a happy and a healthy home life. And I want you to visualize a perfect day out in or out with your family or with the people who you consider are family. And remember that visualization is very important so we can manifest it. The idea that you should keep in mind is your home is where you come from and where you belong. Okay? So, whatever that means to you, that's what home is. What does home mean to you? Wherever your answer is, it's going to give you a strong hint about the parts of your life that are going to be in focus over the coming 4 weeks. This new moon in Pisces is a part of your chart, often signifying starting again as far as your home is concerned. Okay, so you might have a house move, you might move to a different house, or someone might move into your house. Maybe you want to declutter your house because this is a perfect time for you to declutter your house, renovate it, or redecorate it. And yes, like I said, family is going to be very important this month for you. Okay, so I want you to recite the following sentence before you start your meditations, and that is, I know where I belong. A ritual that I consider you do is to draw up your family. That can be, it doesn't have to be like super talented, it can be like stick figures. It just has to represent your family. And if you are in conflict with your family, this is very important because I want you to draw them and I want you to draw a heart around them, signifying that you guys love each other and you guys are going to be okay. Because every family has problems, but we can do this, okay guys? We can figure this out. So, draw a large heart around them and send each person inside of your heart love, one by one, individually. Okay? The things that I consider you do this month, if you haven't done so already, is to have a garage sale. Get rid of that stuff that you no longer need or want. And since it is the fourth house, all about family and home, I want you to hug your parents. If your parents are still alive and here in this realm with us, then give them a big hug. I want you to sort out through your photo album, whether that is digital or in an actual album. Maybe invite your friends over, like I mentioned before, renovate or redecorate your home so that you can feel more comfortable in it. Either sell your home or change locations or even the country. And this is something that I really, really consider you try or do is to ask your grandparents about the family history because you need to know what the family history is. Now, the three affirmations that I consider you do is I love my family and my family love me. I am safe and all is well. And I love my home. Now, if you are into essential oils, then I recommend patchouli to help you uplift you into a positive spirit. This is going to reduce depression and boost the immune system. Now you can put it in your burner, you can spice things up at home. Just be very careful, of course. Always do your research. The mantra that I consider you try is you can chant this out loud, you can say it silently, you can say it every day, you can say it while you're in the shower, you can do it before or after you meditate. I usually like to download like a little song and I'll just keep repeating the mantra over and over and over while I'm showering, and I just feel so relaxed and I'm just in tune into the vibration that the song is giving. Now, if you are having a family, pregnancy, or children problems, I suggest that you ask for Archangel Gabriel's help and that you start working with him this month because he can help you have conceive a child. He can help you learning about parenthood. He can help you with any challenges that go with all of that stuff. Now, if you do want to work with him, so call Archangel Gabriel if you need his assistance. Now, if you want to forget about formality and just be yourself freely and pursue your goals and to be more independent and to stop being so clingy, then I suggest you work with guiding goddess Diana. Okay? She can help you with this month, but always do your research before you do any work with archangels or goddesses. Okay, so that is it for if you have a Sagittarius rising working with the new moon in Pisces. And we are off to the next one. The new moon in Pisces is in your 5th house if you have a Scorpio rising. So for the next 4 weeks, you are going to focus on your 5th house. And your 5th house is a part of your chart that relates to sexy romance, creativity, and children. So it's your phone zone, basically. It's all about creativity, kids, romance, and you can deal with one of those or all of that. Expect to have fun and laughter and time with some kids, whether that is yours or your nieces, your nephews, or maybe you're a teacher. Whatever the case, spending time with kids and having creative surges. I want you to remember that life is a game. It's like a game, really. And if you visualize having a good time with people that you love, you are going to have the energy of having a good time this month. So the idea to keep in mind is life is as fun as you make it. So make it exciting, make it fun. This part of your chart is being triggered by creativity, children, and sexy romance, like I mentioned. Where creativity is concerned is that if you are an artist and nobody knows this, you need to go out there. You need to express yourself. You need to show yourself. You need to show the world your skills, okay? Like I mentioned, the sexy romance stuff, you need to add some more erotic fun into this month. I need you to think sexy. I need you to think romantically and erotic, okay? Now, about kids. If you have kids or whether that is other kids, you need to be around them. You need to enjoy the presence of being with kids because kids are so carefree. They just want to have fun. They don't care about nothing but having fun. So, the meditation booster that I recommend you say when you start your meditations is, my inner child will have a ball this month. And now, a ritual that I suggest you try, even though it sounds a little funny, is to just laugh. Literally just laugh for a whole minute or two. No matter how silly you look, no matter how silly you sound, just laugh. Feel the laughter run through you. And if you haven't laughed in a while, like, this is going to trick your mind into thinking that, you know what, you're having a great ass time and you're going to enjoy yourself more. Okay? So here are a couple of things that I consider you to do if you haven't done this already. Now, I want you to take up some kind of class that is going to make you move. Say belly dancing, because belly dancing is a little erotic, it's physical, and it's literally perfect summing up your 5th house. It doesn't have to be that. It can be pole dancing, it can be any kind of dancing. It just has to be something sensual, okay? Now, if you are crafty and you like to get your hands dirty and make things and be creative, I want you to create some kind of toy. And I want you to give it to your kids if you have them, or I want you to give them to your nieces or nephews if you have them, or your neighbors if you don't have any kids in your life. Just make some kind of toy that a kid is going to enjoy and just give it to them and see how excited it lights up their world. And you're going to see that and it's going to make you feel excited too. Now, I want you, if you are single, I want you to go out there and meet someone, okay? Take on a lover. You are meant to have fun this month. Okay, so take this lover into an adventure. Take your husband, your wife, your partner, take them into an adventure. Okay, I want you to be creative, and whether that is painting, um, whatever you call creative, just do it. Okay, I want you to express yourself creatively, whatever that signifies to you. And I want you to do whatever that you call fun. If fun to you is throwing a party, throw a party. Have fun this month. It's all about having fun. Now, the three affirmations that I consider you to try this for the next coming 4 weeks is: life is sweet. I now release my inner child for some fun. And I am a creative being and my juices are flowing. Okay? If you are into essential oils, I recommend cinnamon. Okay? Because cinnamon is something that feels flirty. It's just very vibrant and it controls the blood sugars in the world. In other words, if you've been going wild with your fifth house and having too much fun, it can regulate things for you. And it's also known as one of the happy making essential oils. And this part of the chart is all about having fun. So there you go. Now, a mantra that I suggest for you is VAM. I want you to chant it out loud or silently if you prefer that while you're in the shower, before or after you meditate, or literally anytime that feels just right for you. This is going to boost the chakras for you this month. Now, if you need some help understanding this deep spiritual symbolism, past life, deep dream interpretation, sacred geometry, or so on, then you need to call on for guiding Archangel Recio. He teaches people about esoteric information and he is going to help you understand all of this confusion and misunderstandings. Do your research, of course. Don't just go by my words. Do your research, search them up, and ask them for help so you can get the help that you need. If you want to see life as it is and be bold and chase your dreams without worrying about what people are going to say or who's going to approve or disapprove or whatever, then I need you to start working with guiding goddess Medusa. Yes, you heard that right, Medusa. I need you to do your research, of course. Don't just jump in. Do your research and ask her to help you because you need some help this month, if that is what you need. That is all for the fifth house. If you have Scorpio rising in this new moon in Pisces, and we are off into the next one. The new moon in Pisces is in your sixth house if you have Libra rising. So for the next 4 weeks, you need to focus on your sixth house. The sixth house rules the body, the mind, well-being, your daily work, your health routines. So you need to focus on all of this. It's all about your daily work and your health routines. You should expect the chance to change your daily habits and your job description. Wish for opportunities to help others, and I want you to visualize seeing yourself adapting a very healthy habit, or if you already have one, continuing that habit, okay? The idea that you should keep in mind is healthy body, healthy mind. There really is a connection as the sixth house of your chart that is being triggered. It's time to work on that connection. This is a once a year chance to really clean up your system and reap the benefits of a cleaner, leaner life. The part of your chart being triggered is about the body, the mind, and your well being. If you haven't been looking after yourself, problems may come up now trying to grab your attention and what needs to be done. So, say you are having aches, you're having pains, something isn't working out. It's because your body is telling you, wake up, something's up, and this isn't working. Maybe you've been eating too much fast food and your body is feeling very tired, very drained. Wake up and listen to your body, okay? It's a perfect time to join the gym if you haven't done so already. Take up exercise routines that you've slipped. It's also a good time to start again with your health, if that is giving up smoking or starting a new diet, whatever that means to you, do it. Okay, so I want you to recite the following sentence before you start your regular meditation, and that is, my well being is my number one focus this month. Okay? Because you need to focus on your health. Now, a ritual that I consider you to do is to look at your diary and the week ahead and bless it. I want you to realize that from here on out, you are going to have healthy logs in your diary because you're going to be changing things if that is what you want to do, right? If you want a better you want your health to be better, then there's going to be new logs in your diary describing that. The things that I consider you do, if you haven't done this already, is to renew your membership or just start going again. If you don't like the gym, that's completely fine. Go on regular walks, join a yoga class, or just do yoga at home. Whatever it is that gets your body moving, whether that's dancing, that's exercising, whether that's playing a sport, do it. Get your body moving, get your body flowing, okay? Think about your diet. It's not going to take care of itself, okay? You need to take care of your vessel, of your body that is moving you around in this realm. You only have one body, so you need to take care of it. This house also rules services, so consider helping someone this month and speak up at work. If something is bothering you, speak up. If you need positive thinking, if you need to change your mindset, read a book about it. Read a positivity thinking book. And start eating healthy lunches, dinners through the whole month, no exception. And if you haven't learned how to meditate, learn to do that this month because it will definitely help you. These three affirmations should be done by you starting the new moon in Pisces for the next 4 weeks. And that is, I am more and more organized every day. I give wonderful service for wonderful pay. My well being is my priority and I am getting back on track. If you are into essential oils, then I recommend tea tree. Now, tea tree is a little on the strong side for me, so I suggest that you do like a little dab on your wrist if you're going to put it in your wrist, or maybe put it in your burner, in your bath. This is going to help you express yourself and so you can feel better in your daily grind, okay? Now, always do a little test try on your skin and do your research, of course. The mantra that I suggest you try this month is hum. You can chant it out loud, or you can say it silently, you can speak it every day, you can say it in the shower before or after you meditate, you can do it anytime that feels perfectly right for you. I like to download a little song with a mantra and repeat it in the shower while I'm showering. I turn the lights off, I put a candle on, I'll put the mantra song on, and I'll just keep repeating it, and it's just so relaxing and it's so comfortable. You can try that if you want, if you are into it. If not, that's completely fine by me. Now, if you are new on your spiritual path and you need some help, some guidance, I recommend you work with guiding angel Metatron. Metatron was once a human prophet. He was said to be the scribe of God and a teacher of esoteric knowledge. He is the first archangel on the tree of life in the Kabbalah, which means that he helps people who are on their newly spiritual path. And for that reason, he can help children to discover and increase and retain their spiritual gifts. And Metatron also works hand in hand with your sixth house if and when you're healing or energy clearing. So if that sounds intriguing to you, then work with Archangel Metatron. And always do your research. Don't just go by my word. Always do your research first and then work with him if that is what you want. Now, I recommend Guiding Goddess series if you are having problems with your health. She is the goddess of harvest, and she's also known as the goddess of fertility and motherly relationships. So if you want to work with her, please always do your research and then ask her to help you. Now that is the end for the 6th house. And now we're off to the next one. The new moon in Pisces is in your 7th house if you have Virgo rising. Now, for the next 4 weeks, you need to focus on your 7th house. And the 7th house is about marriage, your beloved, your ex, people you consider enemies, commitment, and VIPs. It's also known as your love zone. So it's all about love and marriage, relationships, business partners, friends, and even enemies. You should expect issues related to love and relationships to come up, and hopefully you'll sort all of this out. Now, I want you to wish for the best relationships you could have with all of the people that you know, whether that is romantic, whether that is siblings, business, just having a great relationship with everyone, okay? And I want you to visualize seeing yourself face to face and palm to palm with someone you love or even with someone that you are in conflict with. You are going to visualize the energy of being okay with that person. Okay? Now, I want you to keep in mind that I am you and you are me. We're all one. Even though the 7th house is all about our most important relationships, I need you to use this month to contemplate the idea that underneath all the egos and differences, we are all one. We're all connected in all life everywhere. It's a month to clean up your relationships, so use it wisely. Your beloved, whether that is past, present, or potential, is in the focus at this time in this new moon. Now is the time to think about all of your relationships. If you're attached, what can you do to make your love brand new? Do you still need to let go of the past? How confident do you feel about your love skills? Now is the time to go out in that blind date if you are single, and if you're not in love and not having any luck with meeting someone new. Now is the time to do that. If you can't let go of the past, call your ex. Make things right for you so you can have closure. So just chat and make yourself feel the closure that you need so you can move forward. Now, I want you to recite the following sentence before you start your regular meditations, and that is, I'll do what I know I need to do to feel more confident about love. Repeat that again. I'll do what I know I need to do to feel more confident about love. Now, a ritual that I consider you to try this month is to send someone an email, a letter, a note to someone that you love. Send them something that is going to make them feel good. Okay? Now, here's a couple of things that I consider you try if you haven't done already is to go through your old love letters or emails or whatever it is and get rid of at least some of them. If they are past lovers, get rid of them. You don't need them. Pictures, that includes pictures, okay? If you're single and feeling brave, try online dating, as crazy as that may sound. Now, if you're having problems with love, and if you have someone that you look up to with like love, like say your parents, then ask them about ideas on how to make love work. Now, if you are in a relationship, I need you to recommit to your partner. I need you to look them in their eyes and tell them that you are recommitted to them. You are basically meeting each other again and re-giving each other the love you once had. Okay, because sometimes we forget why we fell in love with that person, and you shouldn't do that because you're with them for a reason. Now, if you've ever hurt a past lover, I need you to admit that you were wrong and you need to go apologize. Now, this is going to help you so you can move on to a next relationship so you won't have problems in another relationship, and so maybe they can move on if possibly they haven't already. And I want you to make a list of the qualities that you look into in a partner if you don't have a partner. So you can get a grasp and idea of what it is that you are looking for. So you know what you're looking for. So you know what to go for. And if you already have attachments, if you are already with someone, try playing matchmaker and attach and get someone with someone else. Say a friend. Get a friend to go out with another friend that you have. Okay? Play matchmaker. Make someone, not make, because that's a strong word. Possibly be Cupid for someone. Now, the 3 affirmations that I consider you do for the next 4 weeks is I love you and I love me. I am easy to get along with. All my relationships are harmonious. I am free of the past. My relationships are now resolving themselves. Now, if you are into essential oils, I recommend you use jasmine because this is going to open up the heart chakra for you. And it's therefore a wonderful oil with which you can anoint yourself. And you can just dab a little drops on your wrist, on your chest, between your breasts. Please be careful though. Always do like a test rub before you do it. You don't know if you're allergic. Always do your research. Don't ingest it because that's crazy. People crazy out there. Anyways, the mantra that I suggest you try this month, if you aren't into mantras, I suggest you try yum. Now you can chant this out loud. You can say it silently. You can do it every single day. You can do it in the shower, before or after you meditate. You can do it at any time that feels just right for you because this is going to help your chakras just boost, okay? Now, I usually do it in the shower. This gets me in the mood with my mantras. It's something I like to do. You can do that too, or not, it's fine. If you want to work with an archangel, I suggest you work with Archangel Jophiel. Jophiel is the archangel of beauty. She is a perfect as a guide as you contemplate your 7th house because she is going to help you see others through the eyes of love. What could be better, right? So talk to Archangel Jophiel if you need help in a relationship. Now, I always recommend that you go and do your research because don't just go by what people tell you, and that includes me. Go do your research. And if it sounds right for you, work with her. Now, if you are looking for someone that can help you with your aims and your goals, then I recommend you working with Goddess Lakshmi. She is a Hindu goddess of love, wealth, and beauty. She can help you with any quest you have regarding wealth and prosperity, both material and spiritual. So again, look her up, do your research, and work with her if that feels right for you. Now that is it for the 7th house, and we're off to the next one. The new moon in Pisces is in your 8th house if you have Leo rising. So for the next 4 weeks, you need to focus on your 8th house. And the 8th house is about anything taboo, such as sex, death, taxes, also other people's money, and joint finances. So like your partners, because you're joined with sharing your finances. So it's all about other people's money and how it combines with yours. Expect a chance to ingest newness into your finances or your sex life. You should wish for more money, of course, better sex, and to overcome a fear. I want you to visualize what you would do if you had more cash. Visualize it. I will let you take care of the sex-based visualization because, TMI. Anyways, idea to keep in mind is now is the time to attend your cash setup and see how good you feel about it. Are you confident that you're on track? Can you meet the bills you know you have ahead of you? And if not, is there something you can do about this? Strategize, plan. This is the perfect time for you to work something out with your finances. It's a great time to seek financial advice too, or to do a weekend business seminar, or to help you better understand the financial basics. The part of your chart being triggered also deals with deep, dark, and maybe even kinky sex. If you have intimacy issues, then you know that you need to work on that this month. This meditation booster sentence that I'm about to say to you, you should consider doing it before starting your meditation, okay? And that would be, I tackle my cash problems head on. The ritual that I suggest you try this month is to go out to town wearing the sexiest outfit you have in your wardrobe. And if you don't have one, you need to go buy one, okay? You need to feel sexy in your own skin because we're all sexy and we should all feel it, okay? Now, here are a couple of things that you should consider trying this month, and that is paying off a loan or taking one out if you need one, opening up a savings account, making your first deposit, cancel a credit card you know you can't afford, and possibly ask for a pay raise if you know you deserve it. Refinance your mortgage if it suits you. Talk dirty to your partner because why not? I need you to spice things up in the bedroom and try a new sexual position for the first time, okay? You can do this. Go on the internet and search some up. Now, here are 3 affirmations that I consider you try for the next coming 4 weeks, and that is, I am taken care of materially, all my financial needs are being met, and my sex life is so wonderfully healthy. Now, if you are into essential oils, I recommend Myrrh, which helps you become open to receiving gifts. As you use it, confirm that you are ready to receive. As always, please do your research and do a test, like a rub if you're going to put it like on your wrist or something. Yeah. Now, the mantra that I suggest you try this month is VAM. You can chant it out loud. You can say it silently every day. You can use it in the shower, before or after you meditate, or basically anytime that feels just perfectly right for you. This is going to boost your chakras for this month. Now, if you want a life review, then I consider you working with guiding archangel Jeremiah. His main role is to help newly crossed over souls reviewing their lives. He also supports and guides people who have recently passed, and they review how their every action affected others and what they learned during this lifetime. But you don't have to wait until you're crossed over to have a life review with Jeremiah, as he is the archangel who helps living people to take an inventory of their lives. So if this sounds intriguing for you, do your research and ask him to help you out. Now, if you need some help facing up for what scares you, then I consider you work with guiding goddess Kali. Now, I want you to do your research, and if you are interested in this, Kali can help you release negative people from your life, limiting thoughts, and even fears. So if that sounds like something that you want help in, then I recommend you work with guiding goddess Kali. Now, that is the last of it that I have for you if you need to work on your 8th house. So we're off to the next one. And the new moon in Pisces is in your 9th house if you have Cancer Rising. Now, if you have Cancer Rising for the next 4 weeks, you need to focus on your 9th house. And the 9th house is where you see the big picture, expand your horizons, you study, you travel, the great cosmic quest. So it's all about adventure, travel, your personal development. So expect new and potentially exciting developments related to travel, to study, the internet, publishing, and of course the great cosmic quest. You should wish to see the bigger picture of your life and to invoke gratitude. I want you to visualize yourself where you would most likely want to be for holiday. Keep in mind that we are all divine beings. The 9th house is strongly associated with the spiritual quest in the 9th house planet. Jupiter is too. And as you will see that I'm going to mention to you is that it's all about the divine. It's Also connected to the crown chakra if you are interested in working with your chakras. But of course, don't just go jumping into the crown chakra because that would be crazy. Always start from the bottom and go up. The message that I have for you is the part of your chart being lit up by the new moon is ruled by Jupiter, which is the planet of expansion. So whether you're expanding your mind by studying or traveling or by talking to well-traveled people or through doing a personal development course, you have the chance now to broaden your horizons. This cycle is also about your faith and your beliefs. If you know you're being rigid, perhaps clinging on to what you were taught as a child rather than forming your own opinions, someone could come along now and either help or force you to rethink your philosophies. This is also a great time to break out of routines and to get a little more freedom. The meditation booster that I consider you recite before you start your meditation is Life's an Adventure. I love it. So this month and you are going to do something. What have you been wanting to do? Have you been wanting to travel? Have you been wanting to go to the ocean, to the beach? Have you been wanting to go swimming? Have you been wanting to run in the rain? Whatever it is, do it because life is an adventure. The ritual that I consider you try this month is to decide on your next travel destination. And I want you to print out a picture of this place and put it on your wall to remind yourself of the plans of what you're planning on doing and what you should do and go to. Now, things that I consider you to try this month is to find a way to explore the world. And if you're like, well, I don't really have the income for that, you don't have to have too much to explore your neighborhood. You could go walking, you can go on a bike. You need to stop putting the if, what's, or ends in front and just figure it out because you got this. I want you to read the books that you know you should be reading and haven't. I want you to do a personal development course if it is something that intrigues you. I want you to manifest a new spiritual teacher to help you, to guide you. And I want you to think about what you have faith in and what you don't. Make a cyber pal on the other side of the world. Make a friend on the internet. Have something you've written published. If you are a writer, now is the time. This is your call to get it published. Stop being afraid. Believe in yourself. 3 affirmations that I consider you do for the next 4 weeks is I know that I am blessed. Life is an adventure. And the world is my oyster. Now, if you are into essential oils, I recommend sandalwood because sandalwood is a perfect thing to use at this time. Sandalwood is considered extremely sacred in Eastern religion, and this is an especially sacred part of your chart. It's also great for spiritual awareness and for getting you in alignment with your soul purpose. As always, don't just put it on. You need to do your research. If you're going to put it on, you need to do a little test rub. Don't just slather it all over you. You could be allergic, okay? Always do your research and always test it. The mantra that I consider you trying is you can chant it out loud, you can say it silently every day while you're in the shower, before or after meditating, or at any time that feels perfectly right for you. This is going to help boost the chakras for you this month. Now, I recommend that you work with guiding Archangel Raguel. Life is a party because he's the most sociable of all the archangels. Okay, his name means friend of God, and his focus is peace and harmony for everyone. Now, if you want to work with him, he can help with resolving conflict. Do your research as always before working with any angels, archangels, or any goddesses. And by goddesses, I mean Fortuna. If you need help if you want something, I suggest you Call upon guiding goddess Fortuna. She is going to help you. She is the goddess of faith and chance. As always, I want you to do your research. I want you to don't just go by my word and just do it because I'm telling you. I want you to actually look her up and research her. And if she sounds like someone you want to work with her this month, then by all means, go ahead and do it. And that is it for Cancer Rising in the new moon in Pisces, working on your ninth house. Now we're off to the next one. The new moon in Pisces is in your 10th house if you have a Gemini rising. So for the next 4 weeks, you are going to be focusing on your 10th house. And the 10th house rules ambitions, career, life goals, what you're known for, and your professional life. So it's all about your career and your reputation. Expect the chance to get ahead professionally. And I want you to wish for the chance to help others through your work. So anyone, any of your colleagues, anything that has to do with work related. I want you to visualize imagining yourself giving a talk, being an expert, or whatever it is that you do to someone or to an audience. And I want you to keep an idea in mind that there is everything right with wanting to leave your mark on the world or to be known for having done something. Whether you're ambitious to be a great parent or a great friend or want to do something more visible, it is okay to aim high, okay? So the message that I have for you is that it is important to, one, to be career minded, and because it's all about your professional life, it's a time to start a new business and the time when your past efforts at the office could be rewarded. And you have an increased chance of promotion right now. So put in that hard work. Even if you don't get an actual promotion, you're far more likely to be recognized for your efforts during the coming month. So it's also a good time to think about your future and what you want for yourself. Are you ahead in the right direction? Are you heading to the right direction to achieve your aims, your ambitions, your goals? And if not, what can you do about this? Now, I want you to recite the following sentence for whenever you start your regular meditations, and that is, hard work breeds long-term success for me. You should say this every day for you so you can implant it in your brain and so you can truly feel it. The ritual that I consider you do is to write out your ideal job description. Read it thoroughly every single day of this month as if that is your job description. The things that I consider you do, if you haven't done this already, is to speak to your boss about how you're doing. Maybe you'll even get a promotion. Maybe, like I said, help a colleague. They might be needing your help. And check that you've not been becoming too status matter. Also, it's like I said, it's a good time to start a new business, so get to it. Maybe apply for a new job, and when you do it with confidence because you know that you can attain that job. When you've earned it, take credit. Don't let other people take credit for something that you've done. Speak up and stand up. And possibly plot your next best career move. Now is the best time to be focusing on your career, of course. Now, the 3 affirmations that I suggest you do in this new moon in Pisces and for the next coming 4 weeks is, I am going places and it is a wonderful to be so successful. I love seeing my plans work out. Now, if you're into essential oils, I recommend you use laurel. Laurel can be put in your bath, in your burner. I want you to look up what it is for. And if you are going to put it in your skin, please test it first. Always do your research. This is going to help you focus more as you work hard because it aims concentration. It also motivates and boosts confidence. So use laurel if you want that. The mantra that I suggest you use this month is RAM. You can chant it out loud, you can say it silently, you can say it while you're in the shower, before or after you meditate, or any time that feels right for you. And this is going to boost the chakras for you this month. Now, I suggest that you work with Archangel Asriel. Asriel is gently going to heal grief-stricken heart from any form of loss. So if you're going through any form of loss, you can ask Archangel Asriel for help. And also with career issues, this is going to help you heal your hurt. The more emotional baggage you can throw overboard is over this month is the better for you. It's better for your professional life and your career. Also, if you need help with commitment and being more professional, I suggest you work with guiding goddess Juno. Juno is the goddess of time and commitment. When you make a commitment, be it personal or professional, and you can stick to it, you're fast tracking yourself to success, and Juno can help you with this. This may sound like the sexiest talent in the universe, but in a world full of flakes, it makes Juno the goddess worth knowing. So if you want to work with Juno, as always, do your research and ask for help this month. So that is it for Gemini rising and the new moon in Pisces. And we are off to the next one. The new moon in Pisces is in your 11th house if you have Taurus rising. So for the next 4 weeks, you need to focus on your 11th house. The 11th house is about hopes, the house of hopes and dreams. It's about the 11th house is the house of hopes and wishes. It rules friends, connections, and the social circle that you have. So it's known as your friend zone. It's all about your friends, your social networks, and your hopes and your dreams. So expect the chance for a wish to come true or for a friendship to blossom this month. I want you to wish for anything you want, really. Anything you want, wish for it every single day. I want you to visualize yourself with your wish coming true and surrounded by your friends, your family, the people that you love around you and supporting you. The idea that you should keep in mind is that there's no need to go through life alone. If you're spiritually evolved enough to be listening to this, then you are able to go into the world and make new friends. The 11th house brings to mind the expression, no man or woman is an island. And the message that I have for you is that there are two main focuses for you this month. The first, on your hopes and your dreams. It's said that when the sun moves to your 11th house, as it's doing right now, your powers of wishing are supercharged. In other words, be extra careful what you wish for now because you might just get it. The other focus will be your friends and the networks and the groups you belong to. How confident do you feel about the places within those groups? Are you being met? And if they're not, what can you do about it? New friends are extra likely to come into your life, so allow these new friendships to come into your life. The meditation booster that I recommend you recite is the friendly people find the friendly people every time. So if you are a friendly person and you approach people friendly, like being kindly, you are going to attract friendly faces, friendly people. The way that you are will be the type of people and connections that you attract into your life. So be kind, be friendly, so you can attract kind and friendly people into your life. A ritual that I consider you trying is to throw a party at your place. Why not, right? This is totally a party if you do it consciously, of course. Now, I want you to try some things if you haven't done this already, and that is to sign up for evening class in something you've always wanted to do. Maybe you've always wanted to tango dance or pole dance or whatever it is that you've always wanted to do. Take up that class. Now is the time to go for it. Maybe ask your friends to introduce you to friends of theirs you've never met. Possibly, if you see a star, wish upon a star every night for this month. Introduce a childhood pal to a friend from your life right now. And say hi to someone you see nearly every day but never speak to. You never know what they might say to you or what kind of connection and relationship you might end up having. Now is the perfect time to thank your best friend for being there for you. Sometimes we take in vain our friends and we don't consider them always being with us. We don't acknowledge everything that we've made them go through. So now is the time to say thank you for the connection, for the friendship. These 3 affirmations are something that you should consider saying every single day for this month, and that is, I am connected to all life everywhere. I love my friends and my friends love me. My dreams are now manifesting under grace in perfect ways. Now, if you are into essential oils, chemical compounds found in frankincense essential oil can cross the blood-brain barrier and oxygenate the pineal gland. This little gland in our brain was called the seat of our soul. So it's going to tap into your third eye, and it will help you. So look into frankincense essential oil and see how that can help you. The mantra that I consider you try this month is Om. Chant it out loud, or do it silently if you want. You can do it in the shower, before or after you meditate, or at any time that feels just right for you. It works to boost the chakras for you this month. Now, if you need wise teachings, I recommend you call upon Archangel Uriel. He is like your wise old uncle, always teaching to whoever is around. Now, if you need help widening your reach out into the world, I suggest you call upon guiding goddess Isis. She is a very famous goddess. She mingled with the wealthy, the great, and the good, and the innocent, but she was also a friend to slaves and sinners, artists, and the downtrodden. I suggest you look her up and see if it's a good match for you to work with her this month. Okay, so that is it for Taurus Rising. And now we are off to the next one. The new moon in Pisces is in your 12th house if you have Aries Rising. So for the next 4 weeks, you need to focus on your 12th house. And the 12th house is the deepest, most sensitive part of your chart, and it relates to fears and spirituality and the thing that are hitting. So the secret zone. It's all about your secrets and your most private self. And you should expect a period of a few weeks when you'll want to retreat from the world. It's okay to take some time out from social media, from others. It's time to go inward. At this time, you should wish for inner peace. I want you to visualize yourself in a cosmic pink bubble at one with the universe. The idea that you should keep in mind is that it's okay to take time out to meditate and contemplate. It has been a year since the giver of life, the sun, was in your sign. By now you may feel as though you're running low on power. So use this month to process what has gone on in the past 12 months and what you want for the year ahead. And when the sun crosses your rising sign, it moves back into your first house next month. The message that I have for you is that the 12th house is energizing the part of your chart that relates to dreams and to all things secret and spooky. The part of your chart being triggered affects the side of yourself that you don't tell others about. It's about your secret self, your shadow side, and your unconscious self. Trusting your dreams is a great idea now because the moon in this part of your chart can bring so much to the surface that's worth investigating. Because the part of your chart being triggered is also about all things spooky, it's also a great time to get in touch with your spiritual side by doing things like, say, yoga or meditating. So yeah, yoga exercises the body, but yoga and meditation can also calm the mind and help you get closer to your core self. That's why it's so important to learn how to meditate and how to do yoga. It's not just like a lifestyle, it's for your mind and for your body. If you don't understand what this means, sign up for a meditation or a yoga course, and you'll soon realize what it all means. This is the end of another cycle, so let go of what isn't working from your life to make room for the new. A meditation booster that I consider you recite before you start your regular meditation is, my dreams are my guide. A ritual that I suggest you try this month is to write a list of your fears and then burn it. Of course, I want you to do this safely. Things that I consider you to do, if you haven't done so already, is to make like a yogi and bend yourself into a pretzel. Of course, if you first try it, you might not succeed, but you know what? Practice makes perfect, so keep at it. Take time out from the mad social world and just be in your own presence, in your own thoughts. Stop letting others' thoughts and impressions get the best of you. Possibly keep your phone or a journal near you for whenever you wake up. You can decipher your dreams right when you wake up. And I suggest that you face one big fear this month. Deal with it by thinking about where it came from, because fears come from something. They don't just pop up like an ad. Okay, they come from somewhere, and if you figure it out where it comes from, you can get rid of it. I want you this month to trust your intuition, and I want you to learn how to meditate if you haven't learned how. And if you've been doing it, I want you to keep doing it. I want you to consider writing from your heart. Maybe writing poetry from your heart. Nobody has to listen to it. Nobody has to see it. Do it for yourself. Do it for your own healing. And I want you, if you are brave enough, to share one of your secrets to someone, or to your socials, or just to anyone, really. Just share a secret of yours. I recommend these 3 affirmations to be repeated this new moon in Pisces and for the coming 4 weeks. And that is, it's okay to say no. My inner peace is my focus, and I now release my fears. If you are into essential oils, I truly recommend lavender, because it's going to help you with fear and with negativity, and it's also really good for calming you. So you can put it, like, say, in your pillowcase, and you can have a really profound sleep. This essential oil is going to work to counter any fear, depression, anxiety, and even nervousness. So look it up and try it out. The mantra that I suggest you do is You can chant it out loud. You can say it silently every day while you're in the shower, before or after you meditate, or basically anytime that feels just right for you. This is going to boost the chakras of the month for you. Now, if you need soft and gentle energies, I suggest you work with Archangel Sandalphon's. His message to you comes as soft whispers that are easy to miss if you're not listening carefully. If you want to work with him, I recommend you look him up first and then see if he is a good call for you to work with. If you're talking to Sandalphon and asking for help, stay aware of meaningful songs you may hear. So like lyrics and stuff like that. Now, if you want to work with a goddess, I recommend Kuan Yin. It is one of the most famous of all the goddesses and is renowned most of all her compassion and mercy. In some cultures, she is the ideal of woman. She is said to have forgone the bliss of nirvana to continue her role of helping humans. So look her up and see if she's a good match for you. And that is it for the 12th house. Now, I hope you found this video informative, like I said, and if you enjoy it, please give me a thumbs up. And I want you to come back at the end of the month and let me know if what I said was something that related to you and how it related to you. I really want to know how it all played out for you. As always, I am truly grateful that you are here. You have a blessed day. Thank you. Bye.